Please take your seats as the commencement procession will begin in just a few minutes. We want to thank you for your cooperation in providing the documentation we were required to collect before allowing you on campus today. We also appreciate your willingness to follow the New York State mandates that are required in order to hold this celebration of our graduates. Please silence your cell phones during the procession and the ceremony as a courtesy to our graduates and guests. But please do share your favorite commencement moments with us on social media. Tag your photos and videos with hashtag Fordham2020. Again, that's hashtag Fordham and the numbers 2020. Welcome to the the Gabelli School of Business ceremony for the 175th commencement at Fordham University. We extend a special welcome to those joining us virtually. The start of the annual academic procession has begun with the traditional ringing of the Victory Bell. The bell was presented to Fordham University by Admiral Chester Nimitz as a memorial to the Fordham alumni who died fighting for their country during World War II. The ship's bell is from the aircraft carrier Juno, which served in the Pacific before it was silenced by an aerial bomb at Saipan. The bell was first rung at Fordham by President Harry S. Truman on the occasion of his receiving an honorary degree in 1946. Leading today's academic procession is Dr. Francis Petit, Associate Dean of Global Initiatives and Partnerships. Dr. Petit is carrying the Gabelli School of Business Verge. Christopher Sluches, a member of the Class of 2020, is carrying the Class of 2020 banner. Aravind Shurs Babu, also a member of the Class of 2020, is carrying the Gabelli School of Business banner. Next in the procession are candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Gabelli School of Business, which is concluding a year-long centennial celebration. The school traces its roots to the School of Accountancy, which opened in 1920 in Manhattan's Woolworth Building. In 1929, a four-year Bachelor of Science program with majors in banking, finance management, marketing, and general business was launched. All undergraduate Bachelor of Science candidates are carrying hoods with a gold velvet border. The Gabelli School of Business Class of 2020 numbers 681 graduates. Today, we will celebrate 380 members of the Gabelli School of Business Class of 2020. Next in the procession are members of the faculty of the Gabelli School of Business in the administration of Fordham University. At the end of the procession are the Dean of the Gabelli School of Business, Dr. Donna Rapaccioli, and the university's president, the Reverend Joseph M. McShane of the Society of Jesus. Graduates, please be seated. And now, please welcome the Dean of the Gabelli School of Business, Dr. Donna Rapaccioli, to begin the 2020 Gabelli School of Business ceremony.
Indeed, let's cheer. This is amazing. Woo! It truly is my pleasure to welcome the president of Fordham University, the Reverend Joseph M. McShane of the Society of Jesus, our provost, Dr. Dennis Jacobs, Roger Malici, Vice President for Development and University Relations, Kate Turner, Vice President for Human Resources, and Frank Simeo, Vice President for Lincoln Center. I'm also delighted to welcome our faculty, staff, colleagues, and university administration. But most especially, the friends and family of our graduates, and of course, the class of 2020. Welcome back. It is truly a joy to see so many of you. Before we continue with our ceremony, it is our tradition at the Gabelli School to ask U.S. military veterans, as well as active members of the United States military, to please stand and be recognized for your service. Please stand, all members of the military. Thank you for your service. This year in particular, I also want to take an opportunity to ask all the essential workers or those working in fields critical to supporting our community during the pandemic to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your perseverance, your devotion, and your strength. You really deserve all of our gratitude. To my graduates, when you sat down, you found a special gift on your chair, the soapstone ram, which we give out each year to the graduating class of the Gabelli School. These rams were carved by a fair trade artisan collective in Kenya, and they symbolize your connection to Fordham and to the world. It's something you will all have as alumni to keep on your desk at work or in your apartment. And for me, it speaks to the business program you've completed. We could have ordered the stone figures from a factory, but instead we made the conscious decision to employ talented carvers a continent away. The ram shows us that even after we have parted ways, we are still a community, and in fact, we belong to an even greater global community. I hope this ram reminds you, as you continue your professional journey, of the choices that you have. You can choose to do business with purpose, and you can choose to change the world. It is now my pleasure to invite Marissa Villani, Senior Assistant Dean of the Gabelli School of Business, to deliver our invocation.
Thank you, Dean Rapaccioli. If you're able to, please stand. Before I begin, I ask that you take a moment to center yourself, prepare to be present, together with each other, our families, and the graduates. Dear God, throughout the college experience and beyond, you tested us and you helped us grow, academically, spiritually, personally, and as a community. As we come together today to celebrate the tremendous accomplishments of the class of 2020, we pause to recognize that you were with us in all moments, the happy, the challenging, exciting, and grounding moments, guiding us, supporting us, and teaching us. Today, we come together in thanks. We are thankful for the tireless encouragement and support that the class of 2020 received from faculty and administrators throughout their journeys. These individuals have helped the graduates discover their passions and vocation, solve problems, and make our communities better places. We give thanks for the relationships in our lives that ground us in love. We recognize that we are better people because of the bonds we have formed and strengthened with family and friends. And we are especially thankful for our parents and those who have acted as parents towards us, for they have been role models that have provided us the foundations of strength and courage. These graduates entered a world that is considerably different from the one of their first year of college, a world that has changed dramatically due to the COVID-19 pandemic and through social injustices witnessed in our communities. We are grateful for this class of 2020 because in this changing world, the class demonstrated resilience and grace through their unprecedented college experience and beyond. As a class and as individuals, they have displayed true gifts and talents that inspire us each day. By your grace, Lord, they will continue to achieve success and truly change the world. Bless this class, Lord. Continue to walk with them on their journeys. Give them the gifts of compassion and empathy so they may always show care and kindness for those in need. Give them the gift of wisdom so they may discern and cultivate their unique talents to make positive and meaningful contributions in the world. Give them the gifts of vigor and conviction so they may always look toward the future with a desire and eagerness to embrace all that life has in store for them. With our hearts filled and our minds focused, we give thanks and celebrate together today. Amen. Please be seated. I now invite the Reverend Father Joseph M. McShane of the Society of Jesus, President of Fordham University, to address the class of 2020.
Good morning. Name, walk, covenant, moment. We've missed you immensely, achingly. You left so quickly that we never had a chance to celebrate you and your many golden achievements here. In fact, you left so quickly that we never even had a chance to say goodbye. And so, as I said, we've missed you. We have prayed all year that we would finally be able to celebrate you and to send you out into the world with a proper celebration. And at long last, this morning, our prayers have been answered. Welcome back. Welcome home. Together once again as a class, as you lined up for the procession and saw one another maskless for the first time in months, you performed the sacred, boisterous rituals of college friendship. You high-fived, shook hands, and hugged one another without fear or guilt. And you told stories with no fact-checkers. And now you sit in honor at the center of Edwards Parade, surrounded by your friends. Ah, the miracle of dispensing with lining you up in alphabetical order. Your parents are smiling, but they're smiling through their tears. And waves of pride, gratitude, joy, and love are washing over you, as they will all day, over and over again. Savor the moment. Capture every rich detail of it, its sounds, its images, its emotions, so that you can store them away in your hearts. For my friends, I promise you that this is a day that you will tell your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren about over and over again. So savor this day, savor this moment. The name, the walk, the covenant, the moment. My dear friends, members of the visionary Doedren's Bicentennial Class of 2020, as you well know, this is not just a homecoming at which you're reunited with friends for the first time after 15 months apart. It is a richly complicated moment, a moment that is a mixture of victory, emotions, memories, and introspection. A moment during which joy bumps up against solemnity, and intensely personal feelings rub shoulders with the public commitments and responsibilities that are entrusted to you in a special way this morning. Now, nowhere and at no other moment are these rich interplays more apparent than in the sequence of ritual moments that you will experience in just a few minutes. The name, the walk, the covenant, the moment. That is the way the world sees what you're about to go through. You, however, will experience the sequence in a far more personal way. For you, it will be your name, your walk, your covenant, your moment. Your name will be announced. Simple enough. Or is it? What is your name? Your name is you. Your name is all that you have made of yourself. You have filled it with meaning, with everything that you have ever done. Your name sparks in the hearts and minds of all who have known you love, deep gratitude, great expectations, and high hopes. And as soon as they hear your name, your parents will gasp, cry, point, and scream. Public display of affection, number one. When they hear it, your friends will cheer, as all the memories of what you have done with them and for them, and all the experiences that they have shared with you come flooding back quite vividly. And they too will call out your name, with approval, with great love. Your walk. After you get over the initial surprise of hearing your name on Edwards Parade, you will walk across the terrace to receive your diploma. As you walk, you will, I promise you, relive your entire Fordham experience. 4 years in less than 60 seconds. Friendships, favorite classes, adventures in the city, misadventures in the city, lessons learned both in the class and in life, triumphs, stumbles, flirtations, loves. And the cheering will continue. Tears will flow, and you'll curse yourself for being so emotional. Your covenant. At long last, you'll extend your hand to accept your diploma from Dean Rapaccioli. Now, you may be tempted to see this moment as a mere formality. Don't be deceived. It's a sacred moment. For when the dean gives you your diploma and you accept it, you enter into a sacred covenant. For you see, at that moment, your name is joined to Fordham's forever. At that moment and in that simple act, Fordham declares to all the world that you have mastered and been formed by the core and the curriculum of your major. We also testify, however, that you have been formed by another curriculum, the curriculum that has informed Jesuit education for over 400 years. Call it what you will, the curriculum of charity, the curriculum of character, the curriculum of virtue, or best of all, call it what it truly is, the curriculum of generosity, for that is what it is, a curriculum that seeks to educate men and women with a difference, men and women of generosity, men and women for others whose lives are marked by character, competence, conscience, compassion, and commitment, men and women who can and will change and redeem the world. With your diploma, we at Fordham declare that you are all that and more. And by accepting your diploma, you publicly commit yourselves to living lives that are recognizably the lives of Fordham graduates, every day of your lives. And so, my friends, on this glorious June morning, please understand that a Fordham degree is not a lifetime achievement award. It's a promissory note that you take out with God. This moment in time, your moment in time. All that I have just said could be said to any Fordham class. But you and I both know that it means far more for you. You, my friends, receive your diplomas after the terrible ordeal of the past 15 months. You receive your degrees after a year when the human family was challenged to address and overcome two devastating pandemics, COVID-19 and racism. Thus, you receive your degrees at a moment when life, with all its sorrows, sadnesses, disruptions, heroics, and challenges, has rushed in on you relentlessly from every side. You received your degrees at a time when the city that never sleeps slept. A year that was for you a nonstop, non-credit-bearing internship in the meaning of life. Therefore, in the course of your capstone away from campus senior year, you have discovered what is really important in life: faith, family, virtue, love, truth, and character. I beg you to make it your special duty to keep alive and to live by the lessons that the curriculum of generosity and character and the chaos, challenges, and discoveries of the past year have taught you. My friends, I charge you. Live your lives always with a sense of noble purpose. Know, however, that the nobility of your lives will be defined not by grand schemes, but by daily acts of love, integrity, compassion, and kindness. Therefore, develop and nurture habits of gratitude and generosity. Thank all who help you along your way. Your parents first, your friends, thank them. Dare to be the voice of conscience with and for your colleagues. Be intolerant of intolerance. Stand up for the poor. Defend the dignity of every human being, especially those who are most forgotten. Treat bullies and the arrogant with the disdain that they so richly deserve. Be responsible. Responsible for yourselves, for others, and for the world that God Himself places in your hands. Love your spouses. Be heroes to your children. Be men and women known for friendship and courage, cheerfulness and charity, diligence in duties, and wise counsel in all adversity. If you do all of this, my friends, you'll be recognizably graduates of a Jesuit school, recognizably graduates of Fordham, the Jesuit university of the capital of the world. But you'll also be recognizably Fordham graduates of the class of 2020. If you do all this, you will set the world on fire. And so, my friends, we send you out into the world to do just that. Set the world on fire. Make a difference. Love boldly. Embrace the vision and mission that God has given to you. But remember, your name is forever linked to Fordham's. You are Fordham. Therefore, come back often. Stay long. Tell us stories. Stories of successes, stories of lessons, stories of love. Come back often. Stay long. Because you know, we've been lonesome without you. God bless you all, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Father McShane, for your inspirational words. Now, it is my pleasure to invite one of your classmates to address you. I will invite Alexandra Gallagher first, and then Sophia Remez will also address the class. So, Alexandra, please come on up.
Good morning, class of 2020. At our freshman orientation, Father McShane declared us the visionary class. At the time, surely none of us envisioned we would be standing on eddies in our caps and gowns over a full year after ending our college careers. Despite these most unusual circumstances, we made it. And I'm so thrilled to be here with you all, at long last, celebrating our graduation from Fordham. I want to start by expressing my sincerest gratitude to the university for inviting us back to campus to close this meaningful chapter in our lives. I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Father McShane, Dean Rapiccioli, and the deans of the Gabelli School of Business, our incredible Fordham faculty, especially Professor McSherry, and of course, our parents and loved ones who supported the class of 2020 in our pursuit of a brighter future. Coming off nearly 2 decades as students, where there was always a right answer, it has been overwhelming to realize there's no study guide for life, especially in our current environment, where so much about the future remains uncertain. However, rather than let this intimidate you, I encourage you to view it as an opportunity. With the world only beginning to recover from the pandemic, where our new normal has yet to be defined, each of us is faced with a unique opportunity to shape the world we want to live and work in, and we have the skills necessary to chart a new path ahead. During our time at Fordham, we cultivated resilience, adaptability, innovation, and perseverance, and we sharpened these skills as we began our professional lives amidst a global crisis. So equipped, we are poised to solve the world's most challenging problems as the next generation of business leaders. As you engage in the business world, I challenge you to consider new ways of doing things and to recall what you learned within the walls of Hughes Hall, that business has the potential to promote purpose alongside profit. It is my firm conviction that business can and should be used as a vehicle to promote positive change in our world, to advance equality, to promote opportunity, and to create a healthier planet. As we face decisions about how the future of our world will look and what business's role in that future will be, we must remember our calling as the visionary class, to not only imagine how the world could be a better place, but also to take bold action to make that vision a reality. As you advance through your life and your career, have the confidence and the courage to push for causes you believe in. Congratulations, class of 2020. The future is ours to create, so go forth and set the world on fire.
Thank you, Alex. Now it's my honor to invite Sophia Remez to address the class.
Father McShane, Dean Rapiccioli, Father Vin, Fordham faculty, staff, family, friends, mom and dad, class of 2020, we made it. And we didn't. And we didn't just make it. We made it, and then some. We have certainly had a different experience than the 174 classes to graduate before us. We pioneered online learning, championed the Zoom happy hour, and might just get 2 graduation cakes out of our parents. We've been given opportunities beyond our expectations to learn and grow as both people and students. More than that, we have developed passions and cultivated friendships that I'm sure will last a lifetime. When looking back on my experience at Fordham, I remember my fondest memories the most: studying abroad, reading in the Lincoln Center courtyard, eating mozzarella by the handful on Arthur. Not to say that I blocked senior spring out of my memory completely, but I try to remember the best of times and all the amazing experiences and memories in their shiniest of forms without allowing the pandemic to dull them. The challenge of senior spring came with the change of environment, pace, social structure, routine, concept of time, and beyond. Almost like an extra course in adaptation, we learn to pivot our direction and adjust our expectations. we continued the learning experience that traditionally occurs outside of the classroom from home, gaining independence, self-sufficiency, skills, interests, passions, and much more. As much as we participated in online courses, we equally engaged in self-discovery, a concept that most college students don't find time for. As important as it is to learn about accounting, valuation, and economics, we are only capable of creating a profound impact if we are in touch with the individual carrying this newly learned knowledge. Unbounded by our busy schedules, we got to know ourselves, who we are, what we are motivated by, and what impact we seek to make in the world. This additional course in adaptation gave us the time, tools, and insights to identify and uncover who we are in order to become the best versions of ourselves. If this year has taught me anything, it's that you can never truly appreciate something until it's gone. Those then insignificant moments, walking to class, having Wednesdays off, hanging out with your roommates, suddenly became much more significant when they were taken away. So just for a couple of seconds, take it in. Look around. Enjoy this moment. Celebrate your success, your accomplishments, who you are as a result of this experience. Celebrate each other. Celebrate the opportunity to be here, on Eddie's, on a gorgeous summer day, amongst your best friends, your parents, your biggest supporters, those professors who pushed you to find your passion, the PPD counselors who helped you find a job. Clearly, we have a bit of celebrating to make up for. Congratulations, class of 2020. We finally did it.
Thank you so much. Indeed, much to celebrate. Before we announce awards and the names of our graduates, we're very proud of the legacy of a Fordham education as it continues in this class of 2020. Here today, we have many family members of this graduating class who received a Fordham University degree. Candidates, this is your day, and on it we celebrate your accomplishments, but also the legacy of a Fordham Jesuit education. I'd like to take a moment to ask all the alumni family members who have graduated from Fordham to please rise and be recognized. Alma Mater Fordham's pride continues from you into the class of 2020. Woo! I now ask that Brian Dunn, Assistant Dean for Honors Opportunities, to introduce our Honor Societies and award winners.
Congratulations to all of our Honor Society members for being named to these prestigious societies. Would all of the Rose Hill and Lincoln Center program graduates who have been inducted into the following honor societies please stand as their honor society is announced. Alpha Mu Alpha of the American Marketing Association. Alpha Sigma Nu, the Honor Society of Students in Jesuit Colleges and Universities. Beta Alpha Psi, the premier national scholastic and professional fraternity for students in financial information technology. Beta Gamma Sigma, an honor society for business students and scholars. Omicron Delta Epsilon, the International Honor Society for Economics. Phi Kappa Phi, the oldest and largest collegiate honor society dedicated to the recognition and promotion of academic excellence in all disciplines. Congratulations, students. Thank you. You may be seated. Next, I would like to recognize students who have provided exceptional service to the Gabelli School of Business during their academic years. Students, when your organization is called, please rise. The Gabelli School of Business Dean's Council, Freshman Advising Mentors, the United Student Government, Commuting Students Association, Residence Hall Association, and the Campus Activities Board. Thank you for your service, students. Next, we would like to recognize the Gabelli School of Business Rose Hill Program graduates for outstanding academic achievements. May I ask you to please hold your applause until all names are read. Graduates, when I call your name, please rise. Thomas Balcom, Alexandra Gallagher, Kenneth Curzon III, Angela Muse, Jacques Pay, Christopher Sluchis, and Aravind Suresh Babu. For their outstanding academic achievement across their entire Bachelor of Science degree, these students are being recognized as co-valedictorians for the class of 2020. Congratulations. Next, we would like to recognize outstanding academic achievement by students in their chosen discipline. Graduates, may I please ask you to rise when your name is called. Zoya Donani, Robert Magrino, Natasha Greenblatt, Isabel Hansen, Zara Gillings, Katerina Polya, Paulina Yisvolova, Alexandra Gallagher, Christian Martinez, Edita Muya, Angela Muse, Kenneth Krizon III, Aravind Sherbadoshum, Christopher Sluchis, Thomas Balcom, Jacques Pay, Melanie Orient, and Daniel Berkowitz Jr. Congratulations, graduates.
And from the Gabelli School undergraduate program at Lincoln Center, please stand as I call your names, and again, please hold applause until all names are called. Winning academic awards in their area of primary concentration are Fatima Assis, Juliana Arokina, Rachel Keogh, Christine Lee, Sienna Meyer Costa, Sarah Ramirez, Sophia Remez, Christina Rudolph, Cynthia Sarkis, Christine Schwartz, Victor Simpson, and Yuan Wang. And in recognition for their service to the community as men and women for others, Paolo Estrella and Rachida Trivedi. And finally, our Global Ambassador Award goes to Isabella Lee and Yuan Wang. Thank you. And now we've arrived at the main event, when we will invite the graduates of 2020 to come forward and be recognized. Graduating from the Gabelli School undergraduate program at Lincoln Center, Miles E. Ballard, Victor Simpson, magna cum laude, Fatima Isabella Assis, magna cum laude, Rachida Trivedi, Isabel V. Lee, cum laude, cursu honorum negotii globalis. Luke M. O'Keefe. Ryan M. Remedio, cum laude. Yuan Chen, cum laude. Irizelda Chuni. Natalia N. Herrera. Christian A. Casaza, magna cum laude. Sofia Beatriz de Jesus, summa cum laude. Christine Rose Schwartz, summa cum laude. Juliana Arroquina, summa cum laude. Christina Marie Rudolph, summa cum laude. Rachel D. Kehoe, summa cum laude, in cursu honorum. Alvaro Tirado Polo. Ilona Polit. Brielle Leandra Sherman. Adina Redzik. Paulo Jamil Estrella. Sofia S. Remez, summa cum laude. Christine Lee, summa cum laude. David Alejandro Martin. Yuan Jason Wang, summa cum laude. Sarah Abigail Ramirez, summa cum laude. And graduating from the program at Rose Hill, Riley Gannon, magna cum laude. Cassidy Grace Webb, summa cum laude. Matthew D. Evangelista, magna cum laude. Rihanna Avendula Phillips. Amanda Lynn Scacalosi. Fee Hoffman. Taylor E. Shotwell, magna cum laude. William C. Burns, magna cum laude, cursu honorum negotio globalis. Laura Page Rathgen, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negotio globalis. Jack M. Salkowski, magna cum laude, cursu honorum negotio globalis. Xavier M. McCormick. Thomas J. Goddard, summa cum laude. Margaret Ann Hull. Patrice E. Sosinski, summa cum laude. Luis Ruben Herrera. Emma S. Angelotti. Jacqueline K. Castagnetti. Victoria Lynn Ionello, summa cum laude. Maria Zubkova, summa cum laude. Chloe Krista Knupp, magna cum laude. Joseph T. Stellmeyer, magna cum laude. Paulina K. Yafisova, magna cum laude. Vitan Jonbalaj. Batraz Jijic. Ioannis Thomas Piles, summa cum laude. UN Lam, summa cum laude. Raimunda A. Sanchez Moya. Kadia V. Adams. Judith Santana. Emily Adeline Lehman. Anthony M. Rainieri. David C. Piaro. Jason W. Hackett. Peter J. Blake. Sean L. Sullivan. Matthew J. Roma, cum laude. Claire F. Sanini. Cooper Savina Erickson. Alexa Nicole Cucchiara, magna cum laude. Alexia DeFeo. Michael Robert Rinaldi, summa cum laude. Emma Catherine Bird, summa cum laude. Christian D. Martinez. Melanie K. Orent, summa cum laude. Ananya Jane. Lucas Labelle. Alex Paul Zacale, cum laude. Thomas J. Murray. Shelby Ferrigan. Maura G. Sheedy, cum laude. Thomas Gregory Sabato, summa cum laude. John W. Stavros, summa cum laude. Robert Allen Magrino, summa cum laude. Muskin Tukral. Claire Barter. Saiba K. Sikand. Parima Javeri. Megan J. McConville. Brendan Patrick Callahan. Eileen Dominion. Antonia D. Pradas. Tyler Charles Ufer, summa cum laude. Cole Nicholas Sikorsky. Edward J. Cush III, magna cum laude. Daniel Thomas Jackson. John A. Kutz, cum laude. Michael Joseph Flora Jr. Furman Morais. Jared R. Smallwood. Nathan Wilson Santa Maria. John J. Patterson. Finley P.F. McCarrick. Nicholas M. D'Amato, cum laude. Jennifer Joanna Mueller, magna cum laude. Erin Mary McGreevy. Richard Lee Trainer, magna cum laude. Gabriel De Verita, magna cum laude. Anna Laura Brusco. Bridget Shaughnessy Wojciechowski, magna cum laude. Natalie Adams Lynn. Kaya Cortel, cum laude. Alina Belen Kukuskin Kwiatkowski, cum laude. Jacqueline Lee Onudi, summa cum laude. Sean Thomas Jennings, summa cum laude. Thomas K. Pappas, cum laude. Kevin F. Lee. Andrew Nicholas Anitsakis, magna cum laude. Dominic A. Gagliostro, summa cum laude. Michael G. Carr. Alexander Charles Delia. Matthew J. Fisher. Daniel Patrick Groff, summa cum laude. Christina Marie Mana, summa cum laude. Maggie Malone. Victoria Radman, magna cum laude. Daniel P. Berkowitz Jr., summa cum laude. Jenna Pelinkovich. Arana T. Kazanjian, magna cum laude. Anthony Mario Ayuso. Matthew James Viola. Peter Charles Ganji. Alexander J. Caracas, summa cum laude. Michael Anthony Porso. Emily Mary Lynch. Julia Rachel Rubino, magna cum laude. Nicholas Peter Verone, magna cum laude. Emma Messerol Habinghorst, magna cum laude. Shannon Iris Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Robert A. Fitzer, magna cum laude. Lizeth Jaimez Mendoza. Turiana Mantuano, cum laude. Eileen Cespedes, cum laude. Chan Yu. Tyler A. Benedict. Zachary A. Brenner. John A. Brennan, cum laude. Thomas G. Dietzel. Robert Lazaro, magna cum laude. Jack Martin Melendez, cum laude. Harrison A. D'Agostino. John Elliott Milady. Joseph F. Rocco. Christian Bisignano. Abigail J. O'Connor. Tyler Comerford. Ashley Kumar, cum laude. Roderick Sajo Perez, cum laude. Michael X. Tomasic. John Michael James Connolly. Delphine Ann Mason. Kevin Patrick McSorley. Michaela Ann McDonald, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Ogondo Reyes. Kaylee M. Wong, summa cum laude, in cursu honorum. Kamala Pichonka. Deirdre Bridget Kozicki. Madeline R. Prekar, summa cum laude. Benjamin J. Wojcik, summa cum laude. Shannon Elizabeth Burns, cum laude. Morgan M. Busoka. Margaret Mary Ruffley, summa cum laude. Juliana Masella, summa cum laude. Kevin F. Berry. Taylor West Duffy. Claudia Marie Legal, magna cum laude. Malcolm Antonio Smith. Ethan S. Sagi, cum laude. Joseph Daniel Downing, cum laude. Joseph T. Santoro. Gavin T. Perkins, summa cum laude. Vincent Spinelli. Eslam M. Alnagar. Sarah G. Moran. Shabanti Das, cum laude. Hassan N. Baydon. Alexis Danielle McGovern. Emily Lee. Julia Louise Dereca, summa cum laude. Amanda Wynne Shea, summa cum laude. Alexandra Ray Webb, summa cum laude. Michelle Anna Marie Mitchell, magna cum laude. Gina K. Monticello, summa cum laude. Jubilee Conde. Daniela Fiorenzo Basile Di Napoli, magna cum laude. Austin Miles Golden, magna cum laude. Aravind Suresh Babu, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negotii globalis. Carl Jean-Pierre, summa cum laude. Kyle Cornelius Ferguson, cum laude. Amy Walsh Levinson, summa cum laude. Evan J. Manafort. Charles E. Jordan III. George J.S. Maltby. Joseph Agibs. Alexandra Gallagher, summa cum laude. Aisling B. Fitzgerald, cum laude. Julia N. Emerson. Natalie Marie Dowd. Amanda Catherine Bush, summa cum laude. Chelsea DeRosa. Margaret Bygate Aiken. Marissa Catella. Taylor A. O'Dwyer. Marvel Louise Marie Mosqueda Bengtson. Olivia Ray DeStefano, magna cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth McFetters, cum laude. Isabella F. Costabile, cum laude. Joseph Spiro Scariano. Thomas Joseph Morris, cum laude. Mila Joan Tave, magna cum laude. Ryan Joseph Olison, summa cum laude. Scott Edward McPherson Jr., cum laude. Haley Donahue, cum laude. Raul N. Patel, magna cum laude. Madison B. Earnhardt, magna cum laude. Jacqueline R. Yee. Taylor Woolworth, magna cum laude. Dylan P. Mazzarella, cum laude. Roberto J. Coco. Amanda M. Redden, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Medich, magna cum laude. Maura Abascaron, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Scott Beck, magna cum laude. Christopher Evan Marvin, summa cum laude. Benjamin H. O'Hearn, cum laude. Albion Velich. William J. Newhoff III. Andrew Ford Murphy. Sofia Mercedes Fernandez Alcaraz. Eugenia C. Ramirez. Paloma Comitri. Isadora Rosso. Olivia V. Gaudet, cum laude. Shannon O'Neill, summa cum laude. Nicholas W. Meyer. Peter Borzeka. Jacob Strickland Watson, cum laude. Inez Pagop Nupe, magna cum laude. David Loxon Dimagiba. Peter M. Hodek. Vaibhav Kochar, summa cum laude. Brandon A. Casabalis. Costantino C. Pashalis. Vincent Pandolfi, summa cum laude. Simon Godfrey Rodriguez. Zhenchin Shi. Jeremy Chung. Alan J. Thornes. Pakfong David Chan. Bridget Rooney Uvain. Melissa Rowe Pogarian. Jared Ethan Finkel, cum laude. Benjamin L. Cook, cum laude. Isabella Bree Albani. Nicole Florence Criscolo. Christina Baradino, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negoci globalis. Allison A. Michaud, cum laude, cursu honorum negoci globalis. Megan N. Keogh, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negoci globalis. Julia Marie Townsend. Thomas H. Healy. Greg W. Hanrahan, Jr. Vasilios Marcos Neamonitakis. Jose Guillermo Hederich. Alexandra M. Riley. Justin Willard Cohn. Greg Oscar Selbert. Jack C. Martin. Grace Ann McManus, magna cum laude. Patrick Cleary McCoy. Bruce Zakor. John A. Lunds, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negotii globalis. David Chu, cursu honorum negotii globalis. Christopher E. Andrew, magna cum laude, cursu honorum negotii globalis. Kenneth Earl Krizan III, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negotii globalis. Cassandra Rose Hall. William DeFala Erlon, cum laude. Nicholas C. Swope, summa cum laude. Matthew John Dean. Matthew H. Davis. Joseph Frank Raffini. Jack Fenton Clark. Nicholas F. Alfano, summa cum laude. Shay McGee Golden, summa cum laude. Emma Kirby Diebold. Marissa Janine Piancone, summa cum laude. Nicholas J. Lamy. Thomas A. Nieves. James Joseph Aranzo II, magna cum laude. Matthew P. McGurk, cum laude. Alex Dillon, cum laude. Charles Tucker Hersom, cum laude. William Harvey Dumke. Let's go, Will. Matthew J. Lasowski. Jamie E. Abrusky, summa cum laude. Robert Joseph Bracero, summa cum laude. Rebecca Posada, cum laude. Allison Janet Goebel, summa cum laude. Ann O'Mara. Samantha L. Schwartz, magna cum laude. Ansley Liesel Dizon, magna cum laude. Sean P. Curtin. Robert C. Kuyumjin. Wesley Joseph Saponi. Katarina Alexa Alf, cum laude. Pellegrino John Michael Dolgetta. Marcelo T. Liu, cum laude. Tom G. Kamaj. Thomas Kirsting, summa cum laude. Marissa Maria Boyano, summa cum laude. Brendan Joseph Whalen, magna cum laude. Alfred J. Montanino, summa cum laude, cursu honorum negotii globalis. Stephen J. Frank. Tyler J. Carroll, magna cum laude. Karen Michelle Davey, magna cum laude. Robert Anthony Finstra, magna cum laude. Pauline Sanchez. Amy Leon. Sally Liu. Linda Yenikog. Karina Oriel. James Kennedy Lee. Laura Tsuranai. Edita Muye, magna cum laude. William N. Kahn, cum laude. Luke DeMonica. John J. Merendino, magna cum laude. Brendan M. Kennedy. Matthew M. Beatty. Ryan G. Stewart. Julia Taylor Massey, cum laude. Matthew Gill Lalonde. Rebecca Elizabeth Crum, summa cum laude. Abby Sebastianelli, summa cum laude. Anna T. Baffa, cum laude. Ashton Danielle Kim. Frank Anthony Perez, summa cum laude. Jeffrey J. Rula, cum laude. Dylan T. Quinn, magna cum laude. Timothy J. Deneen. Christopher J. Spina. Owen C. Morris. Nicholas P. Bourgeois. Nicholas C. Madonis, summa cum laude. Peter M. Michalopoulos, cum laude. Christopher Nolan Dorak, Jr. Samantha Rose McDonald. Joseph P. Veneri, summa cum laude. Christopher J. Sluches, summa cum laude. Wyatt Paul O'Leary. Thomas Hawkeye Mitchell. Carolyn A. Lampone, magna cum laude. Colin A. Burke. Jamie Wong, cum laude. James Liam Riley, magna cum laude. Patrick Brendan Byrne. Ryan Kutch. Yuvaraj K. Deer. Jeremy Philip Berlinski, cum laude. Kevin Connor. And Jonathan Charles Evans.
We've already given it, but I think they deserve a second round. Let's give them another round of applause. Class of 2020, in just a minute, I'm going to be dismissing you from your requirements for your degrees. But before we do that, why don't we have a nice picture that you can put on Instagram or anywhere else that you want? So can I ask you to do this, please? Remain standing, prepare yourselves, put on a big, broad smile. I'm cueing our photographer right now to give us a good set ready pose. And Mr. Photographer, on 3, we're going to say it, and you guys are going to have the biggest smiles that you ever had. You ready? 1, 2, and 3. No hand. Traditionally, at the end of the ceremony, we have a benediction where we bless our graduates as they go forth into the world. What I'm going to ask now, please, graduates, remain standing, but I'm going to ask you, please, turn around and face your families, your parents, your guests, your friends. And surprise, surprise, families, parents, guests, and friends, may I ask you too to please stand up and face your graduates. In our tradition, we have an ancient form of prayer in which we raise our arms in blessing over those whom we bless. May I ask you now to do that and join me. Raise your hands, both graduates and families. Face each other and be prepared for our blessing. Let's first look upon the gorgeous day that we've been given. Our Lord has blessed us with such a beautiful day. Let's remember the accomplishments of the graduates where we recognize and celebrate today. The beautiful sun that we have and the scene that only God Himself could fashion down for us. Let us take a moment and remember in this scene that we are, in fact, in the presence of our awesome God. Dearest Lord and loving God, just over 20 years ago, you yourself made it that they took their first breaths of air. Their parents' eyes glowed as they felt the immense joy of new life, but at the same time, daunted at the immense responsibility that you placed before them. As they took their first steps, stubbed their first toe, made their first friends, went to school, yes, even had their hands caught in that cookie jar for the first time, and they found out how easy it was not to tell the truth, and that they can get away with certain things. It was you who put that plan into their families' hearts to teach them that character, truthfulness, generosity, compassion, humility, forgiveness, kindness, and of course, your way, O Lord, of love is the way to be. When they came here, we did the same. As their deans and their professors, we reiterated what their parents taught them, and we couched it in the areas of business with a purpose so that you could make a better place. Bless them, Father. Bless them as they now begin to see that all that work that they've done, all the sacrifices that they and their families have made, all the training that they've gone through had a purpose, and that purpose was clear in what you said. For I know well the plans that I have in mind for you, says the Lord. Plans for your welfare and not for woe. Plans to prosper you and to give you hope and a future. Bless them, Lord, as they take their lives now into the world, and as Father McShane had said, to go set the world on fire. May God bless us all. Amen. May I ask our faculty marshals to prepare our students as I am now about to cue our musician and DJ to play our recessional music. Class of 2020, your requirements are met. I now urge you to come back as often as you like. We will be here for you. Class is now dismissed.